We will come to the latest on the Labor leadership later in the program, talk about what is unfolding as we speak. There is no doubt that the political world is abuzz with speculation on this growing Gillard-Rudd, recurring Gillard-Rudd leadership situation. But I did want to speak firstly tonight about border protection. This is our national shame. We are seeing people killed yet again, asylum seekers killed yet again coming to Australia. We've seen hundreds of asylum seekers lose their lives in recent years. We've also seen tens of thousands of people experience the human misery and all that goes with that of detention on our shores. And fundamentally, we're also seeing people lose confidence in the nation's immigration program, the immigration program that's just so important to the way this country functions and grows and keeps us cohesive. And all of this is under threat because of this shambles on our border. Make no mistake, the people to blame for what's unfolded for the shambles on our borders are the Labor government. The problem was fixed under the Howard government. We know they took tough, difficult measures, got a lot of criticism, but the boats essentially had stopped. The Labor Party has softened the regime, and we've seen the traffic, the people smuggling traffic, the arrival of asylum seekers by boat steadily grow to now record levels. So I'm not trying to suggest that Labor should escape the blame here. They've finally, belatedly, reluctantly gone to a half-hearted version of offshore processing. They still won't even consider attempting to turn back boats. The action that was successful for the Howard government, it was rare, it was dangerous, but it did prove effective a handful of times. They also won't consider temporary protection visas, which were another fundamental part of the Howard government regime. The Labor government just won't consider temporary protection visas. So they still won't actually use all the tools that they have access to. However, they did come up with the Malaysia solution. It was knocked out by the High Court. They needed to get legislation through the Parliament. Labor couldn't deliver its own policy through Parliament because it can't get its partners, the Greens, to support its Malaysia solution. So Labor really should wear the blame for not being able to deliver the Malaysia solution either. Again, I'm not trying to exonerate the Labor government here in its management of border protection, but having said all that, the Liberal Party, the National Party, the Coalition, they have a responsibility here too. They could allow the Labor Party to have its legislation to allow the Malaysia solution, effectively give the government all the tools it wants, allow it to have no excuses, allow it to try the Malaysia solution. It may just work. It needs more work because they need to get a deal with the Malaysian government finalised and all of that. But why should the Coalition stand in the way of any options here? Lives are being lost. The border protection situation is a shambles. The people smugglers are taking advantage of the situation, especially in the lead up to the election. I think the Coalition, without trying to exonerate any of the blame that Labor deservedly gets for creating this situation, should at least give the government all the tools it wants to try and tackle this problem.